What's up, guys?
Back at it again with another episode from the Backups.
So, NHL Free Agency. What do you think about it? How do you feel?
Fucking sucked.
Why?
Bullshit.
Why? I mean, I know why.
Tavares is just he's a pussy. That's all I gotta say. I don't get why he would want to go to the fucking Maple Leafs.
I mean, it is his hometown.
Oh, bullshit. San Jose has so much more to offer. It's the capital of technology.
Yeah, good point. Don't know his decision, don't know why, but let's get into it.
All
Today
right.
we're going to be talking about the NHL Free Agency. But first, we're going to talk about a couple of trades that went down before free agency even started. Start off right off the bat with the Coyotes trading Max Domi for Alex Galchenyuk. So the Coyotes get Alex Galchenyuk, the 2012 third overall pick, in exchange for Max Domi, who is a good forward for the Coyotes this season. Didn't score a whole lot, but I think he brings that tenacity on the ice. So I think really overall, I think the Canadians kind of lost out a little bit because they had a lot of years invested in Galchenyuk, and they finally kind of gave up on him.
Yeah, I think they're pretty even, like you said, but I think Galchenyuk definitely has a little bit higher of a ceiling, a little bit more untapped potential than Domi, so I think that's why I think the Coyotes won this trade by a little bit. But definitely kind of one of those weird trades where
It's just straight up one for one.
It doesn't really happen all that often.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this trade is pretty weird. I mean, it's pretty good. I think it's a good move. Sharks trade Michael Bodker and a broken hair tie for Mike Hoffman and a bucket of slime.
So what do you think about that?
I mean, I think Hoffman is a good addition, honestly. I think he just kind of adds...
Breaking news! Oh my god, dude. Longtime Shark, Mike Hoffman, gets traded to the Florida Panthers for a second and a moldy sandwich.
Not Mike Hoffman!
Dude.
Oh no, he was my favorite Shark. I just bought his jersey.
Oh my
Fuck.
god. You're kicking yourself in the ass, aren't you?
That was a good 45 seconds.
Yeah, well, that was quick. Anyways, moving on down. Carolina Hurricanes trade Elias Lindholm and Noah Hannafin to the Calgary Flames for Dougie Hamilton, Michael Furland, and a live Fox.
I'm pretty sure it's Adam Fox. Not an actual fox, Spencer.
Oh my god, that makes this trade a whole different situation. Oh my god, what is this?
I would have way rather wanted a real fox.
I can agree with
fucking
that one.
Adam Fox.
So looking at this trade, for me, I don't know. I mean, I know. I
Flames
guess
definitely got a couple of good young guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Flames I think they scored really. I mean, they had to give up their top D-man in Dougie Hamilton, of course, which that's never great.
He's a solid D-man for sure.
Very solid D-man in the league. Michael Furland, who's just kind of, a depth forward, third line or whatnot.
Mediocre.
Lindholm and Hannafin. Hannafin's young. He has great potential.
They got the stuff.
Flames definitely walked away happy with that one.
Yeah, Hurricanes. You got fucking butt buck.
Oh, just take it easy, man.
Moving on, the St. Louis Blues trade Vladimir Sobotka, Patrick Berglund, 2 firsts, and a crying woman to the Sabres for Ryan freaking O'Reilly. What do you think about that, Spence?
Pretty big old trade for
It's
O'Reilly.
a fat trade, yeah.
O'Reilly's a great two-way player, very disciplined, doesn't take a whole lot of penalties.
Two penalty minutes.
2 penalties minutes last season. He's going to contribute largely to the St. Louis Blues team. He's kind of a guy that they've needed for a second, maybe a guy that they can put on with Tarasenko. Put on the line up there with Tarasenko, a good guy.
A cornerstone piece,
yeah, definitely
for the team,
for the team. But I don't think Buffalo really got a whole lot back. I mean, Sobotka and Berglund, they're kind of tied up right now, but the 2 firsts aren't bad, and the Crying Woman, who's technically another second, isn't that bad either.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's a little haul.
I think anybody named Ryan is just awesome and just really great at whatever they do.
You crazy?
So, I think the Blues probably won this trade.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from the trades to the free agency signings.
Starting on July 1st, this is what started to unfold in front of our eyes.
I don't like the first one I have right in front of me here, Spence.
Number 1 free agent, John Tavares, signing with the Maple Leafs from the Islanders, longtime Islanders, drafted there. Signs for 7 years, $77 million.
Signed with less than like what the Sharks offered him.
The Sharks offered him
signed with his
13.
hometown team.
And I believe Dallas also offered him about 13.
Yeah, so he's just a giant pussy.
No chance.
Yeah, going back home, John Tavares, it made the Maple Leafs a favorite to win the Cup.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens where he gets in the mix with Matthews, Marner,
Him and Matthews.
Nylander, and all the boys.
Hopefully Marlowe dies before he gets a ring.
That's pretty dark, yeah. That's
I mean,
Moving on to somebody who does have a ring.
yes.
John Carlson re-signed with Washington. 8 years, $64 million. Fat contract.
Yeah, big contract, big time player. You know, he finally got that ring, being the primary defenseman for the Caps.
Locked him up.
Yeah, they locked him up for sure. I was kind of thinking that once they got to the 3rd round, I really thought they were gonna re-sign him. Once they got past the Penguins, I was like, all right, I actually think he's gonna stay, which ended up happening. So yeah, I think that's good for them. They needed him for the long term.
Big piece to maybe get another cup.
Yeah, big piece if they want to make another run at Duff Cup.
All right, number 3.
Moving on down, the Flyers signing James Van Riemsdyk
Pigeon!
to a 5-year, $35 million deal, $7 million annually.
Not
At first, I was a bit upset about this deal just because of the money, but I really didn't expect this from the Flyers, and I think he's going to bring just even more offense to a team that had a good chunk of it already. So I'm excited to see what they do. I think the Leafs kind of had to get rid of James since he was going to be offered more money elsewhere. And, you know, he decided to go back home to Philly, where he got drafted, 2nd overall. So I think this is going to be a good move for them, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Next on the list, Paul Stastny went from the Jets to the Golden Knights, the runner-up in the Cup this following year.
Yes.
So, what do you think about this one?
I think this is, you know, Stastny. I would have been more mad if I got this notification on my phone instead of the JVR one, just because 32 years old, he's getting up there.
Yeah.
He's still a valuable center in the league, I think so. And I think the Golden Knights kind of need some. I mean, they obviously had enough leadership and everything, but I think just another veteran in there can definitely help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 3 years, 19 and a half, I think it's a decent salary for him. And I knew he was going to get paid, so good for him. We'll see what he does in Vegas.
Speaking of Vegas, a guy who got on out of there this year was James Neal. He went to the Flames.
Sauce you right in the face! Why don't you call the high stick then?
One of you guys are coming over here. You're the most violent team. You're coming.
What is violence, anyway?
5 years, $28.75 million.
Some money.
Yeah, they got rid of the Flames. Got rid of all those young guys, and now they have James Neal and.
Yeah, the Flames. So really, the Flames are bringing in Hannafin, Lindholm, and Neal. So
Yeah.
they're getting getting that in there with Monahan and Gaudreau. I think they really made some upgrades this year. You know, they had to lose Dougie Hamilton and, you know, some stuff. But
didn't really have a great year last year.
Yeah, they
like
kind of
were
had a
expecting
disappointing
to,
year,
so-
missing the playoffs.
So needed to make some changes.
Definitely. So I thought that was a good signing for big deal James Neal.
We got the boy, Michael Green,
Mike Green.
I'm a boss guy, so.
re-signing with the Detroit Red Wings. 2 years, 10 mil. Red Wings kind of suck, but what do you think? Would anything's going to come from this? Just kind of a solid.
I think it's he's just one of those solid veteran defensemen that just coming in for five mil a year. You know, you're gonna get some work on him on the back of the D line. But yeah, I think it's a solid signing.
Yeah, solid signing.
Getting him back on the team.
Not
He
too
probably
much
would
to say.
he would have signed for more elsewhere. I think he took a little bit of a discount.
Hometown deal.
Yes. Moving on down to David Perron.
Perron.
Going back to St. Louis. You know,
St. Louis.
Spent this past season in Vegas. Had a great season. Gonna go back to St. Louis where he was before. Agrees to a 4-year, $16 million. It's not bad. Perron's a good. You know, he broke through the 20. You know, he's 30 years old now. Getting a nice little 4-year deal. I think this is a good deal for the Blues. Also, you know, bringing in O'Reilly.
Roster is shaping up pretty nicely here.
Yeah, definitely.
Honestly, so they're getting some good pieces.
Yeah, and another guy, Joe Thornton.
I thought I was good, so. Yeah.
Signing back with the Sharks.
Yeah.
1 year, $5 million. I'd like to see him.
Jumbo Joe.
I'm glad he signed back. I'm 39 years old. He's going to be putting in some
Get
work.
that ring. We're going to beat the Flyers in the freaking Cup next year, buddy.
Serious?
All right, moving on down. There's a couple more we got.
Tizzy Tyler Bozak.
Hey, don't let him cheat either.
Yeah. Bozak, you know, Tavares moving into the center spot.
Yeah, he had to get on out of there.
Yeah, especially with his contract being up, you know.
Going to the Blues, they
Going to
got
the
another
Blues.
piece.
Yeah, so really I'm not huge on Bozak, but he's not a bad player. I think it's a little much, but I think honestly he probably would have gotten paid that from some other team. So
Yeah,
snatched him up.
might as well.
Yeah. Otherwise, really the only other move that really stood out was Michael Grabner. I've been a Michael Grabner fan. He's that speedy guy on the wing, going from the Devils to the Yotes. So he's gonna be. We'll see if he pairs up with Galchenyuk or what he does there. But 3 years, $10 million, not too bad for Grabner. I wouldn't have minded if the Flyers would have got. I was like. That was one guy in free. I didn't expect them to go for JVR. I was like looking at all the players and I was like,
Because they
I wouldn't mind Grabner, speedy
Yeah.
and stuff. So I think it was a good deal. So yeah,
got a couple other little moves here.
a couple other trades post free agency. I mean, there's been a little bit of signings here and there, but nothing
Not
to
much,
report
yeah.
on. So we'll start off with the Blackhawks
Oh, the
Trading.
Blackhawks.
Marian Hossa's corpse
Just a little too far.
Yeah.
for a heap of garbage.
Just a big, fat, hot heap of garbage.
7-player trade. Kruger was in it, former Blackhawk. So yeah, I mean they needed to unload Host's deal for room. I don't.
He's just not even.
He's in a bad place. you
Yeah,
know?
he's with his rash.
Yeah, he'll be out of the league in no time. I love seeing him play. I watched Marian Hossa since he was on the Thrashers, so for a long time. But yeah, he was great. And I think it's just one of those deals that the Blackhawks need to get off the books.
Yeah, one of those deals you had
and
to
it worked
make.
out. Yeah, and yeah, the Coyotes had space.
One more deal to mention. The Penguins signed Jack Johnson to a break-banking deal. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Johnson for a 5-year, $3.25 million, nay, billion dollar deal. So he's gone through a lot of trouble, so I'm happy to see him get this contract.
Yeah, I was actually, I mean, I remember hearing
Poorest
about,
man in the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, he had to go bankrupt, shout out to his parents.
Worst parents of all time.
Yeah, definitely. he signed for, he's looking to compete and get that ring, man. So I think this helps him, this contract going to the Penguins.
Maybe he could sell his ring. Make some more cash.
Yeah, I don't care for it because I think he's pretty decent still, and I'm a Flyers fan, so,
Yeah.
It's a good deal, though. 5 years, 3.25, so, yeah.
Looks like that kind of rounds out all the free agency moves.
Yes.
Wanted to update you on all the, give you our takes and report all of the news that's been happening.
Yeah, there was some big-time moves and some smaller moves, but I think all of it will make the teams flip-flop. Some of the teams will move up into the playoffs, and some will get punched down.
Exactly. Fuck you, Tavares. Needed to say that one more time. Alright. Thank you for watching this episode of The Backups. We're gonna be having NBA free agency talks, all that type of shit, other hockey videos, so make sure to check it all out. If you like what we had to say, and just fucking like the video if you like what we had to say. Or if you didn't, just like it anyways. Just do it.
Double thumbs up.
And, make sure to comment if you disagree with this, or if you agree with this, or if you have thumbs.
Make sure to do that. Also, you're going to want to never forget, if you're not already subscribed, hit the button. Hit it right away.
Hit it!
And then on your way out, just, on the way out the door, just a little, hey, just peace out, just a little tap on the bell.
Hit the bell. How fucking hard is it?
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
Notified every time we post. Peace.
Bye.
I go hard in the motherfucking paint.